My name is Aaron. This story happened earlier this year when I was 26. At the time I was working in security for a small cemetery in rural Pennsylvania. I took the job because the pay was pretty decent, but I also liked the fact that I didn't really have to interact with anyone, and it was always the night shift. At the end of the night, it was just me, some occasional fog, and just a couple hundred headstones. Some stones out there go back to the 1800s at least. Cracked, tilted, half sunk into the ground. It's the type of place that creaks when the wind moves through the trees, as well as looking straight out of a Tim Burton movie. For as long as I can remember, I've never believed in ghosts. I've always been an atheist. I just figured, death was the end. No light, no tunnel, just black. I went back to school for part-time to finish my degree. I dropped out after my sophomore year, but after coming back I needed a Gen Ed course, so I took one on theology and religion. We covered everything: Christianity, Islam, paganism, Buddhism, the whole 9 yards. What caught me was how every faith had its own version of an afterlife. My professor said something that stuck with me once. Denying the unseen doesn't mean it's not observing you. I laughed, but that line got under my skin, especially during those empty 3 a.m. rounds at work. About a week later, I downloaded one of those ghost finder apps. You know, the ones that claim to read electromagnetic fields and spit out words spoken by spirits attempting to communicate? I figured it'd kill time and boredom at the very least. Most nights it just buzzed, then one night it spoke. It said my name. I froze. I waited for it to repeat, but it didn't. I just told myself it was a coincidence, a pre-programmed sound file of some assortment. It's what made the most sense. But from that point on, I couldn't stop thinking about it. The next few shifts I tried again, it always spoke. Cold. Watch. Behind. Then one night, it was something unexpected. Father. I didn't understand. My dad has been dead since I was 15, and he wasn't buried here. I asked, "Who are you?" It responded with one word. Stay. I deleted the app right then and there. After that, weird things started happening. Whispers too faint to be the winds. The shed door creaked, or it would lightly swing open, even when I'd locked it. Fence lights flickered always at exactly 3:11 a.m. every single night for 3 days. I told myself winds, wiring, raccoons, literally anything that could be normal explanations. Then my flashlight started moving. The main gate would be open in the morning after I checked it twice. I put up an audio recording one night. I left my phone on a headstone and walked away. When I played it back, I heard my footsteps fading, and underneath them, "Why do you doubt us?" I don't even remember stopping the recording. I just remember being halfway to my car before I realized I was running. Now it wasn't just sounds. I started seeing things, moving behind the graves, shapes ducking out of sight. Once I saw a person kneeling over the old plots. When I called out, they stood tall, thin, and just watched me. I blinked and they were gone. Next night, knocking. Deliberate knocks on the walls of the caretaker shed. Then from the ceiling. I went inside. Air smelled metallic, similar to iron, almost like blood. Then the lights went out. I came back a second later, and the wooden cross on the wall was snapped clean in half. I don't even remember leaving the shed. Just cold air hitting my face, and realizing I'd been standing in the dark for who knows how long. Theology class got harder to sit through. Every time the professor mentioned spirits, my stomach turned and twisted. I tried deleting the app and every recording, but the files kept coming back. Even after a full phone reset, new recordings would appear, Every night, static. Then my own voice, distorted, asking questions I don't even remember saying. Can you hear me? What are you? Show me. The last one had breathing next to the mic. Then a whisper. You called us. I told myself it was my final shift. I'd quit in the morning. No explanation. Fog rolled in heavy around 3 a.m. My flashlight barely worked. Near the oldest graves, I saw a glow, like a phone screen, lighting up behind the headstone. I called out, "Hey, the cemetery's closed." No answer. I took a few steps closer and heard my name whispered right behind me. I turned, but there was nothing there. When I looked back, the light was gone. But the stone that I had seen, now it had my name carved into it, Aaron Thomas. 1996, 2022. My light flickered, and then it died. Something grabbed my arm. Cold fingers. Way too strong. I tore free and ran until I hit my car. When I looked down, there were bruises and never went back. It's been 3 months. I dropped the theology course. I barely sleep. Every night at 3:11 a.m., my phone lights up. EVP recording saved. I don't even open them anymore. I tell myself I survived, but I don't think I came back whole. Because when I walk past windows or mirrors, I see movement, something following, and lately, every time I look at my reflection, it smiles first.